Welcome back to Keys to the Bahamas. I'm your host, Mike Altador. Today, we're exploring one of the most essential, yet often overlooked parts of real estate investment. Whether it's your home, your business, or your health, having the right coverage gives you peace of mind and long-term protection. To help us understand how one of the region's leading providers supports property owners and investors, I'm joined by Mrs. Paulette Peterson-Turner, General Manager of CG Atlantic. Ms. Turner, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mac.
To begin, can you give our viewers an overview of CG Atlantic, your mission, your service areas, and how you support homeowners here in the Bahamas?
Well, of course, Mac. A lot of people may not realize CG Atlantic is actually part of a larger group, Carlyle Group. So our mission is actually putting people first. And throughout the Caribbean, we offer a wide range of solutions for our clients. We offer home insurance, property insurance. We offer motor insurance, as well as business, life, and health insurance.
That's great to hear. So what do you think has helped CG Atlantic to build that level of trust and reputation across the region?
Well, first off, we really believe in putting people first. And when you have a claim, our priority is getting you back up and on your feet again as soon as possible.
In the context of real estate investment, how does CG Atlantic tailor its offerings to meet the needs of property owners?
Okay, well, first off, the property owners need a mix of cover. So a lot of people just think about the basic property insurance, but we often advise our clients to think about contents as well. Contents is if you take your home, turn it upside down, and anything that's shake loose is considered contents, and you want to protect against that. Also, we have liability insurance. So if you have visitors coming on property or even vendors, and if they get injured, you could be liable. So you want to take out liability insurance to protect yourself, as well as domestic workers. Some of us have domestic workers working in our homes, and we want to take out liability insurance to protect us against anything that should happen to them.
So CG Atlantic looks at the investor as a whole, not just the property. Would you say that's what makes your approach unique?
Most definitely, Mac. You know, CG Atlantic, we consider the investor, like you say, as a whole. So not only can you take out your property and liability insurance with us, but we offer health insurance, we offer life insurance. So we have what we like to call a one-stop shop here at CG Atlantic.
When a real estate investor or property owner is evaluating their insurance strategy, what type of coverages should they be most mindful of, and how does CG Atlantic address that?
Okay, so there are several main areas they should consider. At the beginning, you may go to a bank to take out a mortgage. And we have a product called Mortgage Guarantee Insurance that may be of interest to them. We have something called Contractors All Risk. And it protects your investment from the start straight through to the completed project.
Wow.
And then, of course, the finished product you would bring to us for your property insurance. Also, as I mentioned, you also have the liability insurance and the add-ons from there. So it's several steps and several phases in that process. It's not that just the end result, the property insurance.
From your experience, what are some of the most common gaps or oversights property investors make when selecting insurance, and how do you guys help them mitigate these?
That's actually a really good question, Mac. So we like to advise our clients to have an appraisal done every year, because many of them will insure for the price that they built for many years ago. And we advise our customers to get an updated appraisal and insure for rebuilding costs today. Because if you were to have a claim, unfortunately, you would suffer from something we call average, because your home is not insured for the current value. Also, people tend to insure it for the mortgage balance. Again, that's a pitfall we advise our clients to avoid. But we encourage people to keep the insured value at today's rebuilding cost. If you do renovations, if you do expansions, make sure that the value is increased to reflect that.
Right. What are the main factors that influence insurance costs here in the Bahamas? And how does CG Atlantic work to balance coverage and affordability?
Well, Mac, I'm sure you could appreciate the location of your property impacts your premium. So someone located on beachfront property may pay a bit more than someone located inland. Another factor is the construction materials used. Again, if you use superior construction materials during the construction of your project, in terms of affordability and balancing affordability, we have flexible deductible arrangements. So you may want to transfer some of that risk from us to you and increase your deductible. And for that, we offer a discount.
And lastly, for our viewers who are considering buying real estate here in the Bahamas, what is one key piece of advice that you would give them when dealing with insurance, especially dealing with CG Atlantic?
Well, my advice is simple. Start early. Don't wait until after the purchase to consider insurance. The earlier we're involved, the better we can guide you and assist you with that journey. And whether you choose CG Atlantic or another insurance company, it's important that you choose a company that's reputable and knows the market. Here at CG Atlantic, we have deep roots in the Bahamian market.
I like that. Start early. Ask questions. It almost sounds like CG Atlantic is focused on partnership and not just policy.
Most definitely, Mac. I would say that's our tagline, or I will adopt that as our tagline.
Ms. Peterson-Turner, thank you so much for sharing your insights on how CG Atlantic helps Bahamian property owners and investors protect what matters most.
Well, Mac, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
To our viewers, remember that a significant investment doesn't just start with the right property. It begins with the proper protection. To learn more about CG Atlantic and their insurance solutions, visit them at cgcoralal.com. Until next time, I'm Mike Altador, and this is Keys to the Bahamas.